Tourists from everywhere are now able to visit Thailand, this after amendments to the special tourist visa long stay program. Ideal for those who have homes or families here. The changes announced this week see the so-called preferred nations replaced by any country, regardless of its COVID status. Obviously, the quarantine periods still apply, but it's expected to see a boost in arrivals here, as traditionally many long-stay so-called snowbirds prefer the hotter climate to the colder ones around the world. With a record for low or no COVID cases within the community, Thailand this month has seen the admission of breaches along the Burmese and other borders that have raised concern. Following outbreaks caused by irresponsible Thais returning without going through quarantine, extra resources have been applied to monitor the borders and drones are being used to support their efforts. This as the country remains as safe as before. Reports of 4 healthcare workers who were infected at alternative state quarantine facilities and private hospitals, all in the capital, also note that they were quickly assessed and quarantined themselves, and a full investigation into procedures at those facilities is underway. 19 new cases reported yesterday, all in quarantine. Immigration and border controls are working flat out to catch illegal arrivals here. Some 6,500 people have been caught in the past 6 months. The worry is that they're a mix of the ill-informed and those who openly defy the rules, and there's obvious concern that there have been more that have gone unheeded. A group of 3 Thai men have been arrested in our own province, charged with arranging the illegal transportation of foreigners into the country. To date, no Westerner or so-called Farang has ever been accused of being involved in this dirty and very dangerous business. Meanwhile at home, and Pattaya's Mayor Kun Plum has made it clear that the region is more than prepared for any potential COVID issues. There have been no reports of cases here, and the region remains to date clean and safe. With no borders to other countries in our region, the risk factor is much lower too, and checks are constantly in place on immigrant labourers. As a city that works hard to generate a resurgence in domestic tourism, he isn't about to let anyone drop their guard. A further 775 million baht will be spent in our region to improve and expand places of interest for visitors. In addition to road improvements, which are hoped to see drainage problems eventually reduced, Koh Larn will see a mega boost in facilities, including port, beach and on-land projects. And the back end of Nuklua, once the last remaining bastion of the former fishing villages that for the most part have been replaced with high-rises, is to become a place of historic interest. The chances are that it will become a bigger and better version of the imitation floating markets, using real and genuine areas to show a working fishing village. If and when all projects underway now are eventually completed, the city will eventually have clean modern streets, proper parking, a drainage system that works, places of interest that are not overly expensive, a revamped Bali High area, beaches that are clean and organised, with an overall improved infrastructure. And the inconvenience now to drivers aren't as great as those caused by the heavy traffic of before. If only the construction companies could apply themselves to minimum safety, such as warning lights that actually work at all excavation points in roads, then all would be good. One thing is for sure, never has so much cash been ploughed into the region as in this year. And with the reminder amidst masks and meters, wash your hands, wear a mask and keep social distancing, and the Met Office promising highs today of just 32 degrees, dropping down to 22 with the promise of a chilly evening and night. That is the local and national news from Fab FM. For videos and of course to keep up with Fabulous Pattaya, visit alwayspattaya.com.